Welcome back. This is Rod Hairston, and first I want to say I'm proud of you. Remember, you're the few who do versus the many who talk. You've gone this far, and I want you to recognize that. We don't exercise our mind. We don't really take time to be intentional about building this muscle and this muscle and this muscle, right? That gut intelligence, that heart intelligence, that mind intelligence. Breaking patterns. Remember, we are creatures of patterns. I talked about this before, the 7 categories of deception, right? They're patterns, they're not you. However, when we're not intentional about creating habits and patterns that are going to serve us, move us towards our vision, remember, you always have a vision whether you create one or not. You always have a purpose whether you create one or not, right? You have an identity that drives everything. And in that identity lives all of these patterns in every category of your life. And if you're not intentional about it, if you're not consciously creating it, and you're just pulling bits and pieces from all of these different people that have different visions and different gifts and different directions and different belief systems, then these patterns come in to support you. They come in to protect you. They come in to allow you to have some functionality. So please don't look at these as negative. They're deception, because we call them the categories of deception because they're deceiving us, right, in saying that they're moving us towards a vision. Because we desire things, but did we really create a vision? Did we really create goals? Did we really create something that is going to allow us to grow towards what we want, especially in our health, especially in our wealth, especially in our psychology? And I want you to remember that. So I'm very proud of you because you're working on that. You're being intentional, and you've been intentional now for quite a few days, right? For a lot of you, you've never done anything this consistently. So again, recognize that the journey never stops. This program is a program for life. Now, you don't have to take it for life, but it starts the program for life. Because again, we have infinite capability, 100 billion brain cells, massive potential. So I want all of you to kind of think, I'm doing so many things right now by just logging in, doing my assignments, and doing it in a great state of mind. My patterns are popping up, and I'm okay with that. Remember, we talked about the 7 categories, so today we want to talk about the ultimate performer state, right? So what is the ultimate performer state for each one of those categories? Where I am being the antithesis, or I'm understanding what the pattern was seeking to accomplish for me. Now I'm going to take the reins and I'm going to move in a slightly different direction, a direction that's going to support me, my vision, my family, my community. So a lot of you right now, these patterns are showing themselves, right? Because this is when they're on full alert. They're there to protect the habits that are already in place. The mental habits, the emotional habits, the physical habits. A lot of you are starting to realize that these patterns aren't real. They're just a protection mechanism. They're protecting the comfort zone. Stop intellectualizing a pattern because, again, there is no reason behind it. There's no logic behind the pattern anyway. And when you created it, you modeled it. Or you just did something unconsciously reactive to absolutely stay in that zone or protect yourself. I want you to recognize that you're in an environment now where you have all of the tools, all of the products. You have the culture, you have the leadership, you have the tools, you have the products, you have the people, you have the support, you have everything around you, right? You have your BLP. Your belonging, your loving, your purpose, both intrapersonally and interpersonally, you have that all around you. So you have everything now to feel safe and strong enough to start moving out of your comfort zone. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means that when these patterns show up, is a perfect time now to break those patterns. It's a perfect time now to recognize that when the pattern is coming out, it's because it's about to die. Right? So if I'm feeling like a victim right now, or if something's not right in the program, or Rod says something, or the company did this, or my family did this, or my husband, my wife, and I want to go back into that mode of giving up responsibility. You see, I can never do anything because That's the pattern, and it's trying to protect you. And it's showing itself because it's starting to get weak. It's starting to be afraid that if you continue on, it's going to die, and the ultimate performer pattern is going to take over, right? The new habit is going to take over. And I want you to remember that. The beautiful thing about life is that we're creatures of habits, right? So when you develop a new pattern in place of this pattern, it's going to be just as strong as this one was. So continue on, okay? Beautiful. So the victim has to realize it's always my responsibility. And when I create a vision, things are going to come into my life that are going to feel like obstacles. It's going to feel like things are happening to me, and they're not. Remember, when I lift weights, folks, I don't build muscle. I break the old muscle down, and it hurts. But because I understand that when I go home and I take my products and I drink my shakes, right, and I do everything that I've been taught to do, the muscle grows back. It grows back strong enough that the resistance that broke it down will not break it down in the future. And that's how you build muscle. That's life. And you got to understand that's on a mental and emotional level as well. That everything that we go through is designed for us. It breaks us down. And then we do beautiful things with our thoughts, our meditation, our prayers, our nutrition, being positive, staying focused, our belief in ourselves, expanding our identity, programs like this. And the next morning I wake up and now I'm a different person because I went through that obstacle, that breaking down in a way that allowed me to grow and expand. That's life. It's about the magnified rebound. And the victim has to understand that. The victim will never rebound. They just get knocked down. And then they got all of these incredible excuses. And they become mean sometimes. And they can justify things sometimes. Be careful with that. Recognize that even if someone is at fault, you can use it. Your time is so valuable. Use everything to your advantage. If something's not right, focus on your attitude. Be proud that you were able to adjust that attitude and actually use that situation to serve you, okay? And that's what this program is all about, guys. If anything that happens, use it to your good. Life is giving you things for your good, for your vision. And if the vision is not there, you don't know. You look at it like things are happening to you. It's happening for you. The rut dweller. I got a job, I have children, I have this program, I have my meetings, I have my volunteer services, I'm overweight, I'm tired, I know I should be doing all of these things. Rut dweller, inch by inch. Just a little bit every day. Recognize that you have to chunk things. You have to stay focused on the thing that you're doing right now. And I had a beautiful conversation with one of my partners this morning. And we were just talking about it's the consistency. It's not what you get, it's the action that you take. So even if I do something for 2 minutes every day, I remember Grandmaster June Reed, one of my mentors and one of my teachers, used to get up every morning at 5 a.m. and he would take a pebble from one side of his driveway to the other side of his driveway. No matter if it was snow on the ground, no matter what season, and he did it so he could always tell his mind who was in control. There was no purpose for it. It didn't make him any money. It didn't do anything, but it was intentional. He would get up, move the snow, take a pebble, and move it to the other side. And he did that to show my mind, my life, my future. Start realizing that you're always moving forward or you're moving backwards, right? The rut dwelling is only an illusion. You're not in a rut because a rut, you're not moving. No, you're moving this way, right? You're moving back. You're moving away from. Your body is always evolving, always changing. There's a constant change going on in your mind and in your body and your emotions and every aspect of who you are. Life is one continuous, beautiful journey. Start moving people that are playing that pattern. Start moving towards what you want and just continue on. And when the mind just knows that you're going to get up every day and do a little bit. Now remember, even in these programs, you don't have to be perfect. This is not school. This is a reconditioning of the mind, right? The nervous system. This is not dealing with your spiritual life. No, that's a whole different program. That's a whole different thing. This is just that nervous system, that unconscious mind, that computer, the thing that we modeled our iPhones from, or our iPads, or our computers. It's got to be programmed in a proper way. And you have to consciously understand that that's your responsibility. Or if you're playing a pretender, where you're just only concerned with what people think of you and not growing and expanding and going to the next level, is that you got to be careful with that. The self-love. Remember, you're in an environment that supports that. We see the real you. This program is about the real you, not the pretend you. A lot of times people will come up and it's only to impress me with what they already have and what they're already. That's not impressive, folks. I'm here for the essence of you, the part of you that wants to grow, that go to the next level, that genius part of you that doesn't need explanation or doesn't need praise from the outside. When something is truly beautiful, it doesn't need attention. And that should be our whole goal, is to get away from that. To really, if you get it, you get it, but that's not the goal. The goal is to grow, to love who you are more powerfully. And when you can grow and love yourself, then the real key to life and what we all really want is to love other people by bringing them to our business, our family, our community, by giving value. That's what gives us the greatest sense of fulfillment. And so pretenders, you have to recognize that, but you have to see yourself as being valuable first. And it doesn't come from what other people say, what you have. It comes from recognizing that you came from love. Very important that you understand that. Okay? Certainty seeker. There isn't any certainty. It's all an illusion. Things change. We have to move. We have to grow. The people today are the smartest people to ever live. Why? Because we're living on the genius of other people. That's how it works. That's why technology is outpacing our thinking, because we are smarter. My kids are going to be smarter. Their kids are going to be smarter because they are living on my intelligence, right? Some of us have gifts and all these other things, but we got to grow. This program is about growing. It's about being uncomfortable. Please seek to understand and enjoy being uncomfortable. The quality of your health, the quality of your wealth, the quality of your life is directly tied to the amount of uncertainty you can comfortably deal with. That's the life. And right now, we're giving you the most beautiful opportunity to move into uncertainty, to move into the uncertainty of who you really are, your gifts. Not look back, look forward. Look forward, look now, and then look forward. What do I do today to move forward? If I'm uncomfortable, it's just a pattern. Stand strong, change your state, make sure you're carrying yourself in a very powerful way as you go through this program. A lot of times, confidence and courage comes from how you carry yourself, not from trying to find some vehicle to give it to you. You are the vehicle. You've always been, okay? And remember, we didn't create ourselves. There was a beautiful, greater creator that did that, but there's a lot of responsibility that we have, right? The farmer didn't create the farm and the soil and the dirt. He didn't create that. And he's got to go out and plant the seeds and nourish it and nurture it so all of us can eat, right? That's the same thing with you. Certainty seekers, start recognizing when you seek certainty, you're looking out, okay? As the ultimate performer, you got to look in, okay? Very important you understand that. Success seekers. There's a lot of you, most of you in the program right now are success seekers. You're awesome. And again, remember, this is a pattern that you're running. I'll say it that way. It's a pattern that we're running, but we're identifying with it. So I want you to be careful because, again, the goal is to feel good, to look good. It's the lottery syndrome. And that's what that's what the success seeker falls into, the lottery syndrome, where all of a sudden now, I want to hit the lottery and life is going to be great. Everything is going to be great. It's going to be peace forever. That's not life. We are alive, and life is about challenges, and it's about finding joy. You can't know happiness without sadness. You can't know joy without depression. You can't know up without down. And so you have to understand, success seekers, this whole program is to prepare you for the discomfort or the pain. It doesn't mean you're being negative. It just simply means you have to reframe it. You can enjoy the pain when you know the pain is supporting you. When I wake up sore, I can enjoy that soreness. You kind of walk and you're like, oh my God, my legs, oh, he killed me yesterday, or my stomach. And you kind of enjoy it. There's some level of levity or enjoyment in it because you know what the results are coming. You know now that this is evidence of me growing and changing and transforming. And I want all of you to recognize that. That's so important for you to get, okay? And recognize that. And we're going to go through that in the program. We're going to go through that in this organization. We're going to go through that as we grow towards 1 billion. We're going to grow through those deception, those obstacles, because we have to develop the identity, right? Because we don't want to just get there. We want to be there. And there's a difference. We don't want to just get there and show up and then sabotage it. We want to be a person that belongs. Remember, belonging means your identity fits the organization and that you're doing things to belong, which means you stay, which means you now feel fulfilled in this place. And now you're looking for the next level. Okay, very important that you understand that, success seekers. Very important. Escapist. If you're looking at me right now and you're thinking about running, we see you. We see you, right? So if we see you, know that we love you and know that you have everything you need. Stop escaping situations and avoiding conversations and avoiding dealing with the bills and avoiding dealing with the health issues and the weight. You're avoiding it and you're just walking away, hiding, pretending it's not there. We see you. You wearing tight clothes is not going to make you skinny. It just means that you're wearing tight clothes. In fact, we can see you more, okay? Recognize that there is no escape from life, right? Face it, develop the courage. Much like the certainty seeker, start standing tall. Start utilizing that courage and that warrior that we all have inside of us, but do it proactively. Recognize that proactivity is the name of the game, and it's the name of this program. When I proactively move into deception, when I do it with enthusiasm and confidence and courage, it becomes resistance and I can build the muscle, right? When I fall into it, it's easy to fall into the victim or the rut dweller or the pretender or the success seeker or the fear seeker or the certainty seeker or the escapist or the stressed achiever. Recognize that. You can't run from life, so stop running. Turn and face it. Proactively open your closet and look for the monster, and you'll be surprised at what you find. You'll find that the monster was always in here, never in there, okay? Always in here, right? Remember, when you try to escape, the monster goes with you. So face the monster. Watch what you find. And ultimately, the stressed achiever. Stressed achievers, and a lot of you and a lot of the leaders in the company are that way, and that's how they do in the program. Why is it 60 days? I can bust this out over the weekend. We can have a stressed achiever party, man. We can just get this done. Why we got to do it? Because it's a habit. Your habit is being constipated. That's what you walk around looking like, but I got success, Rod. I got more money than you probably. Yeah, and a lot more constipation too. Be careful, guys. Come on. Life, I'm telling you, it just doesn't work that way. I've had clients, I have I have billionaire clients, I have millionaire clients, and a lot of these guys are miserable. Why? Because everything has got to be stressful. Vacation is stressful, right? Everything is stressful. Meditation is stressful. Everything is stressful, right? Be careful. Please recognize that is a big, fat, smelly lie. I remember studying martial arts or even being in the highest levels in the military and some of the trainings. Everything was down to relax. You are faster. You could do everything faster from a relaxed state. You can hit the golf ball farther when you're relaxed through your turn and you're not intense. Everything. There's nothing in life that being relaxed doesn't allow you to use all of you versus some of you. Every time I tense up, I'm tensing and I'm using just one aspect of myself versus all of me, my heart, my soul, my spirit, my energy. So be careful about the stress, right? And you're achieving, but again, that's like saying, Rod, I put 100 pounds of rocks on my backpack and I put it on my shoulders every day and then I run really fast and I'm beating everyone. Okay, do you really think that wearing 100 pounds is helping you win? No, you're working extra hard. That simply means that you're extraordinary. And if you take the rocks off your back, you'd be amazed at how far you can go, how fast you can get there, and you'll stop burning bridges. You'll stop having people dislike you and not want to be around you because it's all about your achievement. Stressed achievers focus on their success, their achievement, and everybody else has got to suffer because they've been lied to. How do I know this? At the highest level in every category, I've seen people not only get there, but enjoy it. Life is about happily achieving. The stressed achiever achieves to be happy, okay? Life is about happily achieving. We create life by happily achieving, right? We do things that we enjoy forever by happily achieving. Where we're going in this organization is to happily achieve. Why we do these videos and we make them as fun and entertaining and empowering and educational as possible, because we want you to happily achieve through this program. We want you to grow and expand. We want you to recognize that this is about mastery. You want to become, not just getting things. This program is about mastery. What is mastery? Mastery is where I become the thing that I want. What does that mean? Well, if I want $1 million a year, I become a person that can create the value for $1 million a year, not get $1 million a year. If I want to have the mansion, then I become a person that can create the mansion and invite people in my business in a beautiful way and where there's a win-win, not get the mansion. If I want health, I don't go out and kill myself and do it this way. I gotta, No, I happily achieve. I become a person that wants to work out, find fulfillment from working out, find fulfillment from eating healthy, because that's who I become. That's the ultimate performer, my friends, is to become the goal, to become the vision. That's called identity. I want to become a person that thoroughly enjoys creating these programs for you, because it is my purpose, it is my fulfillment, it is my joy to share the love. And hopefully that comes through versus, let me get through this and let me tell these people what I need to do so I can get paid. Stop that, stress achievers, and recognize that life is about being the ultimate performer. That's what we are. That's where we're going, and that's why we're going through this program. Love you guys. Stay strong, stay consistent. I'll see you next time.